Hi guys, so today on my channel we're going to be doing an evening get ready with me, doing this look right here. So I'm going to be taking it from this and turn it into this. So before I get too far into it, I have already put in my Lumify eye drops, and I have been using a little bit of self tanner on my face because it was getting kind of out of hand. If you have seen my most recent video where I did a get ready with me, just an everyday one, I mean, and a lot of that lightness in my face was the SPF, but you know, it was a little scary. This is that Kopari Starry Eye Balm. I'm obsessed with this. Kristen Game told me about it and it's so good. Then I've been using the Fenty primer. Take 2 pumps and I just kind of tap it. I don't rub it, I just tap it all around. Not on my eyes, but everywhere else. And then I let that sit while I do my hair. All right, so I have already curled my hair, as you can see, and I am just going to clip it back. I don't usually brush it out. I kind of let them cool and I don't brush it out until after I've done my makeup. So let's see, first things first, this is the all-time foundation that I always use, the Lime Life foundation. I have 2 different colors. I've kind of scraped this one into the center. I have color number 3 and number 4 right now, which match me perfectly. So I have my Real Techniques makeup sponge. I go into the broken up one first, just kind of work it in. It's all over the place. And then the other one, and I just start dabbing it. It's like hard to get it on right away because of the fact, see how this matches like perfectly, because the broken up one doesn't pick up a lot. So you just do little bits and little bits, just back and forth. So let's see here what's new. So I'm gonna do a look today that is more what I wear here at nighttime. So my nighttime look, which is lashes and darker eye, a little bit more eyeliner. So we're gonna just mix it up. So I'm pretty much done with that. I am going to use these new lashes. I've never used them before. I'm so excited about them. They're by Andrew Carter Beauty, and these ones are called the Princess Royalty. How gorgeous are these things, guys? So I'm going to try those out along with his glue as well. So I followed him on Instagram and he just came out with these, so I'm super excited. I talked about them on my Instagram. So what I have been doing right now is using my Shiseido Sun Protection Powder in medium beige, it looks like. And I have a brush. I've just been using this fluffy brush. I clean my brushes. And I just kind of tap this on. It does have SPF in it. It doesn't reflect back, but it matches really well right now to my skin tone. Gives me that little bit of just extra coverage at nighttime, that little bit of just, I don't know, I love the finish of it. So after I am done that, I tend to go on to still my all-time one thing I use, the Bobbi Brown Long Wear Cream Shadow Stick in the color Taupe, which, as I've mentioned many times before, typically the color Taupe is more of a grayish undertone. This is very, very warm toned. So I just put it on the crease and then I work my way in with a Sedona Lace EB13. I got this brush a long while ago and they still sell it on Amazon. I really like it. So I just go back and forth, kind of working it in. Then I'm going to do my brows. I have been back to using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Chocolate. And I just kind of fill these in. Sometimes I notice, sometimes when I'm not filling them in, I just take a damp Q-tip and wipe any powder, foundation, anything off that got on them. And my brows are microbladed. And actually, when I was in for the Nordstrom anniversary sale, the woman at the Chanel counter actually stopped me and she was like, "What do you have on your brows? Your brows look amazing." And I said, "Well, they're microbladed, but I also had on this." So I'm just kind of, see the difference between those two there. So I'm going to fill in this side. And I'm not doing a lot. I'm just kind of like making sure that it's noticeable, that they're defined. Kind of filling in the tail just a little bit. Just kind of messing around. So summer, summer, summer. I love summer, guys. I don't want to leave here. I don't want to go back to Maryland. We jokingly say, like, we could get Marty an apartment there, and then again I could live here and he could come back and forth, but none of us would like that. We wouldn't really like it, but we'd like it because we're just ready to be here. You know? There. So I have been using this and loving it, and I talked about it in the last one, the Anastasia powder bronzer in the color Tawny. It's much more of a red undertone bronzer. My Tom Ford bronzer brush, and I just kind of do a 3 and an E. Just to kind of give me a little bit of dimension to the face. Kind of bring it down the neck. I love that bronzer. It is so, so, so pretty. I feel like I have a hair stuck somewhere. There we go. Then I am using the Maneater palette. I've been using this again. I love these two colors mixed together. Just a Sephora Pro 19. Sorry, the mirror is reflecting, sorry. And so I go back and forth between these two colors. So I just take the brush and I go like this, kind of tap it off because it does have a lot of excess. And then I'm actually taking this just in my crease and then down on my lid a little bit. Not a big, I used to be a big, like, different eye, like I mix my eyeshadow, like not mix them like I'm doing now, like meaning I do multiple eyeshadows and lots of different, you know, looks with it. I'll tell you, as I've gotten older, you know, I've just really realized what works for me and what doesn't, and what looks the best on like my eyes, and just, I'm just kind of sticking with it. So let's see here, I'm looking for my little brush here. Where did it go? Sephora Pro 15, and I'm taking the color that is right over there. Just taking a little bit of that, and I'm just gonna put that right in my brow bone. Again, I don't need a lot of it. Just kind of giving me a little bit of dimension up there is all that really is. Alrighty, then I have been taking just a smudger brush and going into those same two colors that I started with all over and going right under my lash line. Sorry, it's hard to talk with that. This is a Sephora Pro 18. Just back and forth, tap it off, and then so this is, I'm gonna keep doing this until it feels like I have the right amount. Kind of connect it a little bit. I will come back and play with that a little bit more in just a little bit. And then I am taking two different types of eyeliner. The first one I am taking is the Lime Life by Alcone, and it is Enduring Eyeliner Pencil in brown. And I've been just using this, it's like a chocolatey brown. And I've been doing my waterline. And guys, I mean, I've always loved to line my waterline, but they don't stay very well. This stuff stays so well, it is crazy. Then I'm doing the butter line, and I'm gonna come back and touch back on that in just a minute, and then I do the other side. Just the waterline. All right, so then I take that same smudger brush that I had used, and I go on the lower lash line and I kind of smudge that shadow and liner together. Got something on the inner corner there. I just kind of go back and forth and smudge that in a little bit, which already has given me kind of a smoky look. Now this product is no longer sold, but Laura Mercier has a version very similar. This is the Chanel, oh, what is it called? Noir, it's like a cake pan liner. And then I just have a little container that has a spray bottle of water. I spray it into the little area that has the brush that the brush was in. And then I take an IT Cosmetics, it's like an angled liner brush, and I go into the water area just a little bit, and then I kind of work it in so the cake liner is getting wet. I used to love the Laura Mercier one, and then I like this one too. They're both pretty much the same thing. I don't know why Chanel stopped making this one. So I go all the way to the outer corner, and then but I had started in the middle, and I make sure it's kind of thick in the middle, but not too thick, not too thin. And then I work my way in, but not all the way to the inner corner. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna take this over here, do the same thing. It's not wet enough. Sometimes that happens, you have to play with these a little bit. Sorry, it's hard to talk while you do this. And this is going to be really good for when I put the lashes on. I can just touch up if I need to. But it kind of gives a little bit of a smoky, kind of smudged out look right here. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit now. I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Concealer. It always opens a little bit, and it's in the color medium light, which to me always sounded strange, like not light medium, medium light. And it's a thin concealer, so you can use a good amount of it. It's not going to cake up. Doesn't have any issues. I take that same sponge, and then I just tap this. It also cleans up anything that might have fallen under the eye. Gives me a nice brightness without being heavy or cakey. So I'm working my way back and forth, and I'm just dabbing, tapping, back and forth, back and forth. Then I'm going to take my Limelight by Alcone, the translucent powder, and as you can see, this one is pretty much down to nothing. A Real Techniques brush. I work that in, and then I just set under the eyes. Same thing on the other side. And I just tap back and forth, and then I take a little bit of powder that's left just in my T-zone. Then I'm going to do a little bit of highlight. My Laura Mercier Baked Matte Radiance Highlighter in 01. And a Sephora Pro 54. Not sure if they still make this. And I just put this right on my cheekbones. Then I'm going to go in with a blush. I'm using the Marc Jacobs Promiscuous Blush. This is what it looks like. I don't even know if they still make this. And I'm mostly doing the apples. And I'm using a brighter color because at this time of year I have so much color on my face. I need something brighter to actually be noticeable. It also helps to kind of blend in that highlighter as I'm doing this as well. Back and forth. Got a hair of something there. Came off. So now I'm going to do my lashes real quick. I'm not going to do them on camera. It is way too hard to do that. I've tried multiple times. I'm going to put these on, then I'll come back and finish everything with you. All right, so I have the lashes on, and I'm obsessed with them. They are the Princess Royalty, as I mentioned, Andrew Carter Beauty. I did try the glue, and I was forewarned about this, that it is a super gentle glue that's not going to like pull out your lashes, but it takes a little bit longer to dry. So that was another reason I kind of wanted to do it off camera and kind of just test it out. But it actually, I put it on it, I let it sit for like 20 seconds, and then I put them on. And once I put it on, like they stuck in really, really, really well. Now I am going to touch up my eyeliner a little bit with this here and just use that same cake liner. Kind of just touch up any spots that I might see that I feel like need a little bit extra or need to be fixed or any of those good fun things. You know how after you move things around, sometimes you notice spots that need a little bit more, a little bit less. The band is completely clear on these, which is really nice. And the glue seems to be drying completely clear, which again is super nice. I like that. I don't mind black glue, but I like just the concept of the clear glue. I was going to touch up under my eyes, but I think it's actually okay. Just make sure that's good to go. And then Lancome Monsieur Big. I've been going back and forth between this and the Too Faced Better Than Sex. They're very, very, very similar. I just prefer the Lancome. And I'm just going to put some mascara on to blend these in, because my natural lashes are very blonde. So it gives it a good blend in this way. And by the way, yes, I'm wearing a PJ top, if you haven't caught on to that yet. It was part of the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I got the version, it came in a pants and long sleeve shirt version and a short sleeve version. I got the short sleeve version for summertime and I love it. They're super soft, very comfy. So those are the lashes. Like, that really opens up your eyes. I am going to take a Q-tip and wipe off any like chapstick, foundation, whatever might have gotten on my lips. There we go. City Lips. Have you guys tried these before? They're amazing. They're like plumping. This is a matte one in the color. I'll put that here somewhere. It's kind of like a pinky, taupey, brownish kind of color, brownish pink color. It's perfect for like your lips, but better. Makes your lips feel so hydrated. But it's also a plumping, and it's oh, I got that hair still there. And it's a lip, like, not like a stain. What's the word I'm looking for? Okay, well, similar to a lip stain, but it's not a lip stain. It's like one of those ones that just stays on real well. Like a liquid lipstick. Stays on really, really, really good. And the gloss I've been using is the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in, I think this says Angelic. It's really hard for me to see those. It's a gorgeous, like, shiny color. And it gives just such, it works so good with this lipstick. I love it. Just like your lips, but better. In the summertime, I don't like to particularly do, you know, a dark lip or anything like that. So I'm just taking my brush, a little bit of Liquid Shine, Juvamist one, spray oils, whatever you want to use here. I brush out the curls because they've had time to sit. Gives them a little bit of volume. A little bit of shine, a little bit of everything. And I've been getting ready in my PJ top because it buttons down, and so I can just take it off and put on whatever I want after this. But that's the whole look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions on any of the products I talked about here, please comment down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, and have a great day. Bye.